Welcome back to Out and About. Today, I'm Pam Wheeler. We're still talking all things 2017, or maybe not all things, but a few things that we're looking forward to. You know, in these difficult times, in these transitional times with a new president and, you know, having a hard time, I find that TV, movies, and sports brings us all together.
Yeah, seriously.
It does.
It really
Well,
does.
it clears your head, too.
Yeah, so Chuck, you've got something in that
The
under that
Oscar frontrunners.
Okay.
So, and I think too, you know, you go to the movie and you're able to sit there for 2 hours and just kind of escape. And that's one of the great things. So here are some of the frontrunners in the Oscar race that we want to talk about. One of them is La La Land. So, I mean, this one is bringing back the musical. Ryan Gosling, Emma Stone. Lots of buzz about this one, so keep that on your radar. One we want to take a look at right now, there's one we talked about earlier this past year. I went to see this, Moonlight. And it's a coming-of-age story, and it is just one of the most beautiful movies I have seen, and everything about it. You can tell the director has such a style, and the stages of this boy's life are played by 3 different actors. And one of the things that is so amazing is that none of the actors saw the other actors while they were doing their parts, and yet they are so similar that you would think that they actually watched and then imitated. So, yeah, take a look right now, though. This is a little piece. I think it's part of the trailer of Moonlight, but it's just an incredible movie, and you're going to hear about it on the Oscars.
What you looking at me like that for? What, man? Come on, you just drove down here? Yeah. Who is you, Shalom? For a long time, try not to remember. Try to forget all those times.
At some point, you gotta decide for yourself who you're gonna be. Can't let nobody make that decision for you.
And one of the things that's amazing about it too, and you can even see it in the preview, is that the camera often follows the main character from behind, not just from his point of view, but from behind him, so that you're also seeing not just over his shoulder, but all around him. So it's a really interesting technique that the director uses.
Yeah.
So I want to give you guys a couple of others that I think are going to, you know, be big when we talk Oscars. One is Lion with Dev Patel and Nicole Kidman. This is a 5-year-old Indian boy gets lost on the streets of Calcutta, finally adopted by an Australian couple. Then 25 years later, armed with only a handful of memories, his unwavering determination, and Google Earth help him find his lost family. So it's really, you know, it's creating a lot of buzz. Also watch for Manchester by the Sea with Casey Affleck and Michelle Williams. A real dramatic movie, a little dark, but also Fences, which was Alex Wilson's play that Denzel Washington directed, and it's amazing. Viola Davis is in it. Hell or High Water with Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine. It's like a modern-day Western. Lots of buzz about this one. And then Jackie, Jacqueline Onassis, yeah, and Natalie Portman getting a lot of that Oscar buzz. Cool.
Well, what I think is interesting is the Oscar nominations have not happened yet. So I'm going to hold your feet to the fire and see if any of these movies go anywhere. No, I'm totally kidding. I've heard so many things about Moonlight that I haven't seen it yet.
Well, and I'm the one with the bad record. I'm always the one never getting the right picks whenever we do this, so you've got nothing to lose.
Is Moonlight better than Brokeback?
Oh, that's a great question. I would say they're equally impactful. That's a great question.
Yeah.
And Ang Lee, who directed Brokeback, is the director that's going to be in the run. Well, you know, most likely going to be in the running when the nominations come out as well. So watch for Ang Lee, but not the director of Moonlighting. The Moonlighting director is Barry Jenkins. So watch for him. Yeah, Moonlight. Yeah.
Moonlight. Yeah. Okay, so now let's go back to politics.
Again with the want.
Brent, what do you have for us? What are you telling us about
I'm going to
this
make
year?
it exciting, okay? What I'm looking forward to are the midterm elections in 2018. So again, not to get too political here, but we've got 25 seats, the Democrats that is, have 25 seats compared to just 8 held by Republicans that have to be maintained in 2018. And of those 25, 13 are from states that Trump either captured or just narrowly lost. So our best efforts at thwarting his efforts are to to sort of flip the House and the Senate in 2018 before too much damage can be done. I see you shaking your head, and we were commiserating on this. You got anything else to add?
No, I mean, I think we've got 2 years to basically plan and execute a strategy that can start to take back America from the forces that have hijacked it.
Well, and by the next year or so, when those campaigns start, I feel like enough will hopefully have happened that people can run against that or run on those platforms. And clearly some things we were already seeing aren't exactly, we're used to campaign promises being broken, but this is sort of again, we're still off the rails.
It would be nice if America would find its mind, which is apparently lost, and would allow us to run a politics based not on running against somebody, but having an actual platform.
Yes.
But at this point, I think the best we can hope is that we're going to be running against the dictator.
Well, and I hope, and I hope that some of the folks who maybe voted for him for specific reasons that they felt were personal will realize that that's not what he's about. Like, okay, I need to rethink why I did this, and maybe if I change my sort of senator or someone or my representative, I might have a chance at getting what I need. Because I'm not seeing a lot of what he ran on yet being top priority.
Well, it's early.
It is early.
So let's look if we had a crystal ball or something, and look at the whole 12 months.
Yeah.
What are we most afraid of that might happen, and what gives us a little spark of hope? I know we're just newly into the year, but just from things you've read, people you talk to, give me a couple pieces of that.
I think like one of the things I'm going to be watching for is something that's still been in the headlines is conversion therapy.
Yes.
Because again, that was one of Pence's big deals, Indiana, and I'm really interested to see if something like that's still on the books in a lot of places, how that's going to fall out. We know same-sex marriage is pretty. I mean, that is safe. I think
we feel like it's safe.
That's
yes.
safe. But I'm really going to be interested to see if this starts popping up, because you already hear it bubbling.
Well, and I'm looking to see the executive orders rescinded. The ones that allowed non-discrimination in hiring within the government or contracts within the government. All those things that they can just quickly and easily change without anybody besides the president signing a new order.
That's right. That's right. James, what are your
I
thoughts?
think the thing that scares me the most is the fact that he continues to surround himself with white supremacists and people who are acclaimed by the alt-right, neo-Nazi, Stormfront, Breitbart, places like this. And this scares me. I think the executive order thing, I think immigrants have a lot to be afraid of, and I think that a slow purge can really, we minorities, we depend on each other.
That's
and
right.
I think we have to fight for each other.
Yeah.
Of course we do, but here's something that I'm reminded of, is when one group has all the power, it doesn't mean they're on the same page.
That's
right.
And I expect to see that over and over again.
Well, we know they weren't on the same page before the election. I mean, Paul Ryan wouldn't even say Donald Trump's name, and now he's coming out saying we have a new unified Republican Party. And if experience holds, if you have to tell somebody you're unified, you're probably not.
Well, and as of December, Lindsey Graham was calling for an investigation into Russia's participation in the elections, and Orrin Hatch was declaring that he would not allow them to take away the right to filibuster. So these are Republican leaders
Right.
preparing the way.
Okay, let's bring it down a couple notches.
Wah, wah.
We have 1 minute left. I want you to each look at 2017 personally in your own life. Our viewers care about you, and tell us what you're going to accomplish, or your resolution, or anything positive that you're going to bring to the table. Brent?
You want me to start? I resolve to continue to be more involved and to try to maintain a positive attitude, because as we fight against what we're fighting against, as we do what we do, it is important to stay engaged and not just get angry and take your toys and run away.
Yes.
I take exactly the opposite approach. My vow for this year is to remember every morning when I get up that the Eye of Mordor has descended on the White House, and it's going to be there for 4 years.
Wow, and come on, split the difference.
Okay, keep fighting. I'm going to keep fighting. So
Okay.
and not be complacent. So that's me.
Okay,
But I think
thank
he has
you.
a good point.
He does.
Yeah.
He does. All right, that's all the time we have. Up next, a visit with Nashville author Greg Howard about his new thriller, Blood Divine. Stay with us.